So this is meant to be one of the videos that I recorded a while ago. When I was looking at it, or parts of it today, it was like the 19th of March. So basically what it is it's just a, what would I say, walkthrough of me trying to find a childminder or a nanny to look after Gabe. So what I did is I just walked through or recorded the process from the start, what I was doing, how I was trying to get there. So to be honest, I think the process is quite long to share with other people. It is useful for me though. When I'm watching back or looking back at it, I can kind of see my brain working, see me dressing or handling a challenge and being able to deal with it being something new as I walk through it. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's too interesting for other people, but I'd definitely say it's useful for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just explain the process here and then probably put in those parts afterwards, so it's something that kind of explains how it was done, but the first part of the video just tells you what was done. So yeah, this process, or the idea for it, started in March. Gabe was 11 months old. Mish and I work from home as well as doing other things, and we needed some help at home. So what we thought we would do is try and look for a childminder. So what I did is I looked online, tried to find a childminder, and then didn't really have much success. So what we were trying to do is trying to find somebody that would come twice a week, 2 hours each day to look after Gabe. But we were asking childminders. At the time we didn't know that childminder wasn't the person we should be looking for and that it should be a nanny. So messaged probably about 50 people, might even be more, and then literally 99.9% of them either said that they're busy or it's not enough hours for them to kind of take up the job. So it was back to the drawing board. From the drawing board, what we then decided, or well, not even it was our decision, we got, well, the childminders that responded said or suggested that we look for nannies. So then we kind of took the search to nannies. We found a website called childcare.co.uk or com maybe. Let me just see what it was. Yeah, childcare.co.uk. So on there you've got lots of nannies in Leicestershire. So what we did is we messaged them, but we didn't get a good result. What we realised was we didn't get a good result because we weren't offering enough hours of what somebody wanted. I think the same, we offered 2 days a week for 2 days each time, and what we got in some of the messages were a lot of people saying, well, I need full time, or I need 20 hours, let's say. So we then had a little bit of a pause where we didn't kind of follow up or suggest increasing the hours. What it is though, you have to pay, is it $14.99 you have to pay every 2 weeks. So what, $7.50 a week, and I think there was maybe 3 or 4 weeks that it was just on there, or we were just signed up for a membership and we weren't really doing much. So obviously that's not something I like, just paying for no reason. So I managed to get back on the website, spoke with Shanna about it, and said what we'll do is we will increase our hours and then see if we get better response from people. So this time around we had a good response, a lot more people were interested. So what we did is we then set up some interviews. We call them interviews. We had some interviews with people. They came round, met a few, some were suitable, some weren't. Interesting process. So yeah, back and forth interviews. Managed to find a lovely lady called Sarah. She is from Uganda. She is a sleep nanny, sleep trainer? Yeah, so she's a sleep trainer, so she basically helps mothers or families help with getting their newborns or children to sleep. So at the moment she comes to look after Gabe. How many days a week? It was meant to be 3 days a week initially. It was meant to be Mondays, Tuesdays and Fridays. Well, Fridays I'm taking Gabe to a class called Baby College, so she just does Mondays and Tuesdays. She does Monday, what time? 1 till 5, and then she does Tuesday 11 till 3. So obviously Gabe's seen a new person at first, isn't happy, but over the last few weeks he's starting to get accustomed to her, and he doesn't cry as much now when we leave her with him. So yeah, it's a good experience. for what it is I feel I'm rushing this video through. Why? Because it's something that's been kind of in the process for a few months. Realistically, what I should have been doing is recording as I was going along at each step, so it's not me trying to now remember what March, April, May, June, 4 months worth of tasks and try to condense it into a short video. Well, when I say short video, it's not even going to be a short video, because I'm going to show the steps I did to actually try to find the childminder, sorry. So yeah, long process. However, I'm happy that we have somebody now. It's given us a bit more time to be able to just do the work that we need to do. So yeah, man, let's see how it goes. I don't want to put Gabe in nursery just yet, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep him out for too long. What I mean by that is Gabe is not totally different, but Gabe's different compared to Elia. Elia didn't go to nursery until she was like 2.5. Whereas with Gabe's somebody who kind of needs to get in there now. He's a boy, he wants to climb, he wants to run, he wants to jump, he wants to do or be a boy and be on an adventure. So being in the house, not saying he's in the house 24/7, but being in the house more than he would if he went to nursery isn't necessarily the best thing. So not too sure when we will put him in. Saying that, I have spoke to the nursery that Elia goes to, and I have asked if we can kind of do it's called a stay and play session. So I'm going to do that with Gabe, see how that goes, and then take it from there. So yeah, when he starts or when he's about to start, I'll do a video about that, just kind of explaining or documenting or discussing his experience and our experience, really. So I've got an issue. What I need is, we need somebody to come and look after Gabe. So Gabe was 11 months old yesterday, and do you reckon that's going to be too loud?
That's all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Real life. So yeah, 11 month old. I need someone to come and look after him. Yes, ideal world, my mum, Shania's mum, or someone will be able to come and look after him. Guess what? It's not an ideal world, so I've got to find some other solutions. So we don't want to send him to nursery yet, which is an obvious solution. I don't think sending children to nursery, I'm not comfortable, each to their own, but I'm not comfortable sending my 11-month-old son to nursery. I prefer to wait until he can talk, wait until they're a little bit older. So until then, I need to find some solutions. So what it is me and Shania want to work or need to do work at home, but we've got Gabe. So when we're trying to do little bits of admin, make any phone calls, or even just do stuff around the house, it's difficult because we've got Gabe to tend to. So what we want is, we want to find a way that we can get someone to come to our home, look after him 2 hours a day, maybe twice a week, and that will give us the time to do what we want. So we're going to still be in the home, it's just that we will then have the time to do those tasks that we need to do that we can't currently do with Gabe. So long story short, I need to go find some childminders in Leicester. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to the Charnwood website to find childminders. So here I'm on the Charnwood website. So what I can do is I can search for childminders in the area. So what do you call it? Is it borough? What is Charnwood?
Yeah, Charnwood Borough Council.
So I live in Leicester, but I live in a place called... Is that too personal?
Maybe.
Yeah, I live in Leicester, but the area that I live in is Charnwood. Let's call it that. So as I can see on here, I've got a list of all the different childminders in Charnwood. Some of them might be a little bit too far for where I live for them to travel, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to email them all and see what happens. So looking at this now, this task looks like it's going to be quite long. How would I get all of these people's emails? Am I then going to have to send them individually? No way. So what I've got is, I've got some software. See if I can bring it up. Called what's it called? Octopass. So what this software allows you to do is web scrape the data on a website to save the time and allow me to get what it is that I need. So what I can do is I can come over to here. I've not tried it with this website, by the way. I tried it with Leicester Council. So we've got Leicestershire Council and then we've got Leicester Council. So people from Leicester could still come here. I haven't emailed them yet, but for this task I want to try and get the email addresses of all these people. So the email address is on their, say, profile page, we'll call it. So I have to then click on it to then be able to see this here. But what I want Octopus to do is to go and get all the email addresses for all the people on all these 9 different pages, and then put it in a spreadsheet that I can easily copy the email addresses over into a blank email address ready to send to them. Let's see if that works. Okay, so paste that address into here. Let's give it a go. So what this does now is this shows you the page that you're going to be viewing. There are some options that I can get rid of this cookie settings or cookie function up here. So I'm going to click that and see if that works. So how does that work? Okay, so accept. No, I just want to save the preferences. Okay, so that should be done now. So when I come back here, it's not showing the cookies. Not that that mattered, but I just didn't want to see it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on auto detect web page data and see if it identifies these sections. So bear in mind, I'm not familiar with how this works. So what it's done is it's what has it done? It's highlighted the different bits on the page that are or have information. I'm not too sure what I do now. So paginate to scroll more pages. Yes, I want to do that. Has that been done? I'm not too sure. So I'm just going to click on create workflow and see what happens. So I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Might just want
Okay, select sub-page URL. Is that something I need to do?
Should we have a look?
Try that. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused now. Not too sure how this all works. Okay. I might just click run and see what happens. Let's give this a go. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it does. And that would have saved me a lot of time. See, it doesn't look like it's scraping the data on the childminder's page. I'm not too sure how to do that. Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to stop it here and then I'll come back and see if I can fix it. So I was having to play around. I think I've worked it out. I didn't test it, but I didn't want to test it without recording. So let's give it a go. So I'm back to this page again. I'm going to set up the why has it done that? Yep, messed it up.
You're there already. You've got
No idea why it's doing that. Okay, I'm going to close that and start again. Let's give that a go. So let's do this cookie thing first. So okay, so that's the cookie thing. Now I'm going to auto detect the. You want to say hello, Gabe? Gabe. Nope, don't know. So now auto detect the data on the page. It will now let me know what things are clickable. So, will it know how to go to the next page? I believe so. Okay, so I'm going to click create workflow, see what happens here. I'm now going to click on this here. I'm going to click on select all similar elements. I'm then going to click extract data from the inner HTML. So we've got a next page button, is this one here. Okay, confirm that. So let's see whether that works. Okay, hopefully this works and it's straightforward. Don't get me wrong, yes, I could have been working my way through the list and manually getting the email addresses, but once I know how to do this, this is something that I would need again in the future. Obviously not with necessarily childminders, but other tasks where I need multiple bits of data and I want to save time. So, is it working? No, doesn't look like it's working yet. Is it going to the next page? Don't even know if it's going to the next page. Got 14 lines, but I only can see what it said, 14, now it's gone to 13, 12. Oh, 12 lines per minute, okay. Chatting rubbish. Yeah, doesn't look like this one's working either. Okay, so I think I've got it this time. What happened, I was just having a little play around with it just to see how it was working. Still struggling, but I think I have done it. I wasn't able to do it with every single page. Well, I didn't set it up to do it with every page. I just tested it to see whether it worked with one. So now what I'm going to do is go and see if I can get it to work with all the childcare providers that I'm looking for and get the emails for everyone and all the different pages. So let me sort this cookie thing first. Okay, save preferences, set auto login, so that should be fine. That should reload. Okay, so now it's reloaded, so I don't need to click on auto detect web page data. I can just come to the page and click on the first person on the list. So here I can see that it's highlighted potential other ones, so I can click select other or similar others or something like that. So now what I need to do is click on I think it's text. I can't remember what it was. I'm going to try text. So when I click on text, it then says set up pagination. So I'm going to click on that to show the next button, and then scroll down the page, and then we can see the next button here. So that should take us through all the different pages. Click on confirm, and then what I need to do also is come back down the page. Okay, so I don't know what it took us to the next page. Wasn't ready for that. Click that one, does it take me back? No. Click web page, does it take me back? Okay, so I might have messed this up again, but we'll test it out. I'm going to click on that, then I can click URL. That takes me to the childminder's page. On this page, I can see her email address, so I can click her email address here, and then I can click on text. So what I'm trying to do is get the software to come on the page, click the name of a childminder, come to this page, and then save the email address, and then repeat the task for everyone on the page. Click the next page and then repeat that same task, and then click the next page and keep going until the end of all the pages. So hopefully that has worked. I don't know why I moved my webcam right off the page, but we shall see. So what I'm going to do now is click run, and hopefully this all works.
Okay. Let's try it again.
So what's it saying? You've reached the max concurrent local runs limit. Okay, you can only run 2 concurrent tasks on your device with a free plan. So okay, so that would have been a test that would have potentially worked, but for some reason it's telling me I can't run it because I'm already running something else. I don't know how to turn it off. Let's see if I can do that now. Task list. So by the looks of things, it's saying these are 2 running at the moment. How do I turn them off? Okay, looks like I stopped running it. Let's see if I can now delete that one. Does it tell me when that was done? Okay. Let's try and delete it then. Nope. Okay, let's try now running this one. This should work. Okay, let's hope this all works. Nothing's happening. Okay, yep, that's the first one. Okay, no, so that didn't work. So how do we get this to work then? I'm going to click close to that. I'm going to close that one off. I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to delete that one. And hopefully delete this one. Hopefully nothing's running now. Okay, so that's still running. How do I go and stop that then? Okay, click on run. It's already running. I can click stop over there. Stop that. Cool. I can go back to the task list. I can click confirm. Okay, it's still saying it's running. Okay, run. Stop, confirm. Okay, confirm to stop running. Okay, close that off, exit, confirm, delete. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So now let's try this again. So forget the cookies for now. Let's see if this will work. So come down the page. I've got Alison. I can click on her URL. Then have her there. Click on that text. Click on run. What happens with this if I do this? Yeah, I think that was silly what I've just done here because that's not going to work.
What is it? About the duck?
As in, it's not going to go through all the other pages, is it? It's only going to just do one. Because I only selected it to do one. Which makes sense. So, delete that one. Delete that. So we're at the web page. So we come to the web page. What do I want to do? So I want to click on there. I want to extract similar things. Loop click each URL. Okay. Just text it to page 2. I don't want to go to page 2. I'm going to go back to this web page. Okay, maybe that worked. Okay, looks like that's working. Let's see. Let's see if it goes to the next page though. Okay, so that's working. Got it to work, Gabe.
It's done it.
And what's funny about this is, so I wouldn't say that I'm extremely skilled with computers. I would say I know how to use computers, but then this kind of stuff is kind of a new realm for me. But what I do like is the ability that I have to be able to pick it up quite quickly. So yes, it's a new task. Okay, I'm speaking to you soon now because look, we've now got a problem. Why did it do that? So why did it go to page 2? So is it because I've only clicked to paginate 1 and do I have to continue or do it myself? It doesn't then do it automatically for me. Potentially. See what happens here. Okay, so I'll stop that and see what happens. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what actually how many is on that second page. So on this second page, what's the last one? Emily Jane Beale. What's it say? How do I extract? Okay, let me try something new. Okay, close that off, so paginate, so here. So this should be the one that starts with Claire. Okay, so I need to paginate again. Oh. How do I get another one of these? Okay, I'm going to stop it again. See if I can find out. Yeah, well, I didn't manage to get that sorted. I was trying, went on YouTube, was trying to watch their tutorials on how to do it, still wasn't able to do it. So now it's becoming a long task where I would have been able to have maybe just manually got all the email addresses. So don't get me wrong, the first time you do something like this isn't necessarily meant to be quicker always than doing that actual task yourself. It's the fact that you learn to do this, so then in the future when it comes to doing this task you've kind of found a quicker way to get it done. So what I've had to do, or what I'm going to do, is just do each page individually. So it's not the best way to do this, but I can easily get what I need quicker at this stage than it would have been if I was to go to each page manually. So what I've done now is I do page at a time. I'll come to here, I'll select all the elements, I'll loop it, I'll click no here because I don't want it to now go to other pages, because when I was doing that, that's where the problems were coming. So what I can do is it then clicks a page that it then clicks a page it will view, and then from that page what I want is I want to get the person's name, and I also want to extract their email address. Could extract their mobile number, probably makes sense to take their mobile number now, or does it? No, it's fine. I don't need their mobile number now. Just keep it as basic as possible. If they respond, they potentially would give their mobile address, or they might even just ring us anyway. So I'll stick with that. Click on element data, click on run, and then that should run the page. This should be straightforward. It should then start going through each of the childminders on the page, and it should just get their email address. So I'll show you what happens when this is done. It will just go down the page, work its way through all the different childminders on the page. So yeah, here's a video I was trying to watch. Didn't really help me as I wanted it to. So it was giving me different options on the video, but I didn't see those same options when I was trying to do it myself. So maybe I'll spend a little bit longer later on trying to do it, but for now I'm just going to stick to the way that I'm doing it. So yeah, what it would do is go through each of the childminders, click on them, get the email address, and then move to the next one, move to the next one. So what I'd hoped was for it to just click this, sorry, to do page 1, click next page, do page 2, next page 3, and so on. But it's taken me too long to understand how that works. So I'm just going to do it page by page manually. Best of both for now. So let's go back to here. So yep, it's done that. So what I then do is click on export. I then save it as a Excel file. Childminders page 2, and then that's done. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll do all the rest. I'll stop the video now and then do all the rest, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next.